if you ask me, Kelly Clarkson is wonderful. Alright? But everybody at Lucille's restaurant the other day, when I ate there, was talking like Kelly Clarkson. Now, don't be looking at my wonky eye, alright? Unless you are going to either diagnose me with something, fix something, you know, if you're admiring it, whatever. If you could see something in my eye and tell me I'm gonna get my vision back or whatever, it's not a big deal, okay? Because me losing this eye opened up a whole other world of thoughts in here, okay? You know what this is called? Come ahead, stupid. But anyways, I am now in enunciation practice. Enunciation practice is something I do every day, on top of talk to myself every single day, as much as possible, because my thoughts, I feel, are very valuable. And if I just think them and let them go or forget, they will become unfinished thoughts. Okay, thoughts that never got completed thinking. Because I have ADHD. For one thing, I have ADHD. For another thing, I realize that I'm not talking to myself for you guys anyways. I am talking to myself to finish my thoughts. Otherwise, my thoughts are going to be forgotten. And if you talk to yourself, you are then creating an action besides thinking. Okay, I kept reminding myself to explain this on a video. Alright, so when you speak to yourself or talk out loud or think out loud, okay, you are then creating an action. An action to the words that were in your head. Alright, so now you are making those words a hard copy version of your thoughts. Does that make sense? Are you following? Click it, follow me. But that is why I speak to myself. Or that is my excuse currently for speaking to myself, I should say. Because you know, I've always spoke to myself. I'm the most entertaining person I know. Of course, you would speak to yourself if you were me too. Anyways, with that being said, you must not let your thoughts be in vain. If you can speak your thoughts out loud, might as well do it while enunciating, okay? And who cares what everybody else thinks? I don't care what you think, but if you think I'm talking to myself too much, maybe you're listening too much. Maybe that's the problem, okay? You work on yourself, and then you won't have a problem with me talking so much, okay? Alright, think about that. I don't even really have to blink my eye because it's already closing almost anyways. Well, you know, the good sides of having a corneal eye ulcer. I swear, they come in bulk. You can buy them at Costco. Dumb joke. Well, anyways, so, yeah, my thoughts are not going to be in vain. I am going to speak my mind, whether I'm alone, whether I'm with you, when I'm enunciating, when I'm not enunciating, whether you like it, whether you don't, whether I can, whether I can't. Either way, I'm going to be talking out loud. Alright, practice makes perfect, and right now I'm working on my speech. I don't want anyone to ever say, huh? Or, meh. I'm just kidding. I said it that way, retarded on purpose. But I don't want anyone else to say, eh. No. I don't want anyone else to say what or huh. I don't want to hear that ever again. I don't like it. I feel like it's almost insulting to huh me or to what did you say me, or it just brings back a lot of harsh memories of my moments of mumbling 20-something odd years. 20-something odd years. Well, anyways, it just brings me some very, very pivotal, horrible moments I remember, okay? And I don't want to be like that. I don't want people to not hear or understand me whenever I speak. That is why I created this enunciation practice I do every day for 30 minutes at least a day, or I attempt to as much as I can all day long. And believe me, I think I might have caused my eye ulcer from doing this. Possibly. Anyways, so this is me, sober as can be. Woo! Not even aspirin or Tylenol, not a Flintstone vitamin. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nada. Nothing. Zip. Zilch. Zip up your vagina. There's nothing there. Nothing. Nothing at all. Alright? So, this is me. 100%. Completely me. I feel present. I feel here. I feel more present than I ever have before. Ironically, though, I do feel like I'm gonna die soon. Just a side note, whenever I do, just remember this moment is all of me, okay? Before, I was kind of cheating the world out of being fully myself because I was under the influence. I wanted to get high and, you know, make milkshakes or whatever, whatever you do whenever you're high. And I wanted to, exercise. Yes, I wanted some pivotal exercises. Alright, well, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I like to do certain things when I was high, like, watch porn. That probably porned the shit out of this eye. This eye had enough. That's probably why this whole, unfortunate ordeal happened to me. But yeah, so to catch you up, I am partially blind in this eye. For now. Even peeking doesn't work. Nope, nothing. Nada. No. Maybe I can see lights. Maybe possibly the I guess light of a light and the wave of a hey a ho ho. Whatever. But I cannot see anything clearly, alright? Out of this eye at all whatsoever. So this happened to me 1 month and a half ago. Alright? I think it's approximately a month and 1/2 ago. Alright? Before I was beautiful me, thin, beautiful swan, skinny. Did I say thin? Anyways, I wasn't as fat as I am now. I am 200 and something pounds. Woo! A pure lard. Or fat. Or manteca. Wait, shh. Don't say manteca. She could be watching. Just kidding. Sorry, Monica, I love you. Anyways, that's that. And yeah, so now I'm partially blind, but now I see clearer than I have ever seen before. Can I get a bravo, everyone? Vincenzo? Yeah, I know you're over there sick with diarrhea too. I may have had a shart earlier or two. But no, actually I fixed that. Earlier I had, I don't know if this comes with being fat or being lazy or if it's a side effect for both. But earlier I think I farted or sharted. I'm still unsure. But whatever. The point is, I re-blow dried Mateo with another burst of hot air. And then I went pee an hour or 2 hours later. And I did my pap smear. My male pap smear. You know what that is? That is when you go to the restroom and you're taking a piss, but you smear your pap a little bit. You smear it just to be sure there's no shit on it, right? No shit. So, that is a male pap smear. So, I pissed and smeared, and I was good. After I washed my hands, with my mouth. Just kidding. But, yes. Pap smear of a male. I will show you guys a diagram later, or how to do a male pap smear on yourself. If you like. Wait. Oh. Am I winking? No? Alright, well anyways. That is that. And yeah, we are in enunciation practice. That is some good ass fucking advice. Alright? So take it, do it, copy it, I don't care. Just get it done. Get it done because you're gonna improve yourself by a landslide. People say that they no, not the people in my head either, alright? No. And I haven't been on Grindr for a month and a half either. On accident once, I went on there on accident one time, okay? And I was like, okay, well it was an accident. So I didn't swipe, I didn't look at my messages or nothing. Nothing. I think I'm standing up a guy from a month and a half ago. He's probably still waiting at whatever crack house we agreed to meet at. Or whatever. But anyways, I haven't been on Grindr. I haven't been doing anything really social like that, except for maybe getting my hair cut, which I found to be the new meat locker. I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. No, although my barber is a very handsome guy. Well, I guess they're all kind of handsome there. I forgot what it was like to go to a barber as I was cutting my own hair, and there was only one handsome guy in the room, in the restroom. But, you know, it's an outing for me, okay? So that's a social outing for me that I can use as a stepping stone for real social outings. Like, it's like practice for being hanging around real people, in a way, per se, I guess. Because I guess, well, you know what? I don't remember how it is to, I remember I used to have a special barber, yes, okay, yes, I was in with the black crowd because I have nappy hair, or I had nappy hair until I started salting it recently. And now it's kind of getting unnappy or something. I'm denappifying my hair. Well, anyways, I got my Heather Langenkamp going, BTW. That was supposed to be a bright gray silver streak, but, I guess I didn't have enough feria or something, because it came out blondish and stupidish. Alright, but it's still there, and it's kind of retarded. But I think it brings out my eye, unfortunately. But anyways, drum roll please. Enunciation. Alright, so my barber, he has the same name as me. Alright, he wasn't there today, and I feel like I betrayed him. Sorry, Nikki. I didn't mean to, okay? I regret it. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't regret it. The guy actually did a good job on my hair, actually. I just, he's not my favorite person, but, I mean, he's doable. By doable, I mean, he was honest. And I love honest, okay? If you're honest with me, I love you. Believe me, I will marry you for your honesty. I mean, I appreciate that about him, and he seemed cool, you know? I mean, he was just giving his... Maybe that's how straight people or barbers talk, whatever, but, anyways, I was a little kind of, like, caught off guard, for one thing, because I don't know, I found him kind of cute, I guess. Not as cute as my barber, but kind of cute, I guess. And I did notice him before, and he seems like a nice guy, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to talk shit. He seems like a nice guy. He just wasn't sure my study I was trying to explain to him would work, okay? And that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and nobody has to do the study. No one has to believe that it will work, but believe me, it will work. I'm not going to waste my breath telling you it for nothing or give you bad advice, okay? So, had I liked him a little bit more, I would have gave him my last hard copy of my study. But there was one there at the shop, so maybe he could flip through Nikki's or whatever. Anyways, he didn't even care about that, basically. It seemed like he didn't give a fuck, and he didn't believe me, and he didn't want to believe me, and he wanted to keep not believing me. Like, he was set on it. But, you know, that's okay. I don't care. He was still kind of hot, and he still did my hair a good job, and that's what I was there for a haircut, okay? And he was nice and professional enough, okay? You know, I don't really have nothing bad to say about him. I mean, I would actually go to him to get my haircut again, but I feel like I'm betraying my barber, Nikki, in a way. But Nikki didn't work today, or Nick didn't work today, or yesterday, and then the day before, last time. Anyways, Nick wasn't really available, and he didn't answer my call. So, I had to went in because I wanted a haircut, because I was feeling like my fat was overtaking my whole being. Alright, I felt like my whole fat is ruining my whole look, okay? So I needed to thin myself in some way, and I can't just magically taper off some fat. So I had to do something about my hair. Alright, sorry Nick, didn't mean to betray you, and yes, you're still my mate, you're still my number one barber, Nick. I love you a little bit secretly. Shh, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean to embarrass you or make you feel weird about that, Nick. You're just my barber, and you're probably straight anyways. And no, don't worry, I'm not all thirsty like that or anything like that. I still take you as a professional barber, and I don't mean to embarrass you if you ever watch this, and I'm sorry if you do. Okay? And please don't fuck up my hair on purpose. Alright, so, yes, enunciation daily for 30 minutes a day is going to get you understood at the very least, hopefully. And, you know, that is a lot. That is more than you could have asked for or expected to get out of me over a month and a half ago. Okay, I was, I guess, mumbling, and I guess I wasn't caring about the responses people were giving me. I got comfortable in my little mumble world, my little speaking too fast world, and I forget that not everybody was on drugs for 20 some odd years. So they need time to process the words that I spit out so freely and so fastly, so sloppily, that the dynamics just didn't really click, you know? So either they were hearing me slow, or I was misspeaking. But see, now that I'm sober, my words mean much more to me than they did before. Even though I'm not a liar, never lied. I'm not one to lie, okay? I'm just not one to lie. Although I will cover for you in certain other ways, you know? Like if you tell me not to say nothing, I'm not going to go and say something. Alright? I'm going to keep it a secret, and I'm going to go around it. If somebody asks me about it, I'm going to say it's not your fucking business, alright? I'm going to say, sorry, that's not your fucking business. Or I'm gonna drop a drink. That's my fucking thing, I guess. I will drop a drink, so keep all electronics and other things away from me if you plan on asking me questions that may involve a lie that someone else might tell you. But see, I'm not going to tell you a lie. And people know this, alright? People know this. My nose is not going to grow. Not for you, not for me, not for her, not for them. Alright. So, with that being said, I will not lie for you. But I will drop a drink in your honor. I will drop a drink. I will do a fucking shablam out of nowhere. I will burst out in song if I have to. I will shart in your name. I will defend your honor. Yes, I will. I will have an emotional breakdown. I will... Did I say fart? It's the easiest one, okay? Yes. The smell... It's an icebreaker. What are you gonna do? Anyways, well, there's that. Or I will change the subject, or just tell you, look, and go back to my mumbling words from before, and then you're just gonna think it's some sort of weird ex-crackhead thing that I just developed over time, when I have these other ex-crackhead things that are really under my head. Yes. I have these traits, you guys, like these ex-crackhead traits. I'm not even lying. Like, okay, for 20 some odd years, I've been on drugs non-stop, okay, with no more than 3 full months of being sober. Alright, so that's a lot to take in, and I would say I was on drugs occasionally. And I wasn't lying. I was on drugs occasionally. I did do drugs occasionally. I did drugs occasionally throughout the day. I did drugs occasionally throughout the minute. I did drugs occasionally. Alright, bottom line, I didn't lie. Occasionally, ding ding ding, can be occasionally throughout the day. Right? So, I never lied. Boy, me that. Alright. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, enunciate 30 minutes a day, every day, for the rest of your life, and you shall reap the rewards, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. People will understand you at least. At the very least, you will know that you gave your all to that conversation. That it's not you that fucked it up. Alright? It's not you. You gave your all to speak correctly, to portray, or to relay your message across to this other person that should be listening and giving you the respect to listen to you while you're speaking. But for too long, if you're on drugs mumbling, people are not going to want to give you the respect to listen to you, to what you have to say. Alright? And that shit bugs the fuck out of me. To be honest with you, I don't know if you could bleep that out. I'm sorry I said the F word. Oh. Anyways, well, that shit bugs the fuck out of me, alright? If you don't respect me for my past, then, you know what? Fuck you, beep. Just, click, unlike, or, unsubscribe, or just fucking X out of it, Go back to your fucking full porn life. Go back to whatever the fuck you were doing before. Or, I don't know. What are you doing watching me? Anyways, you weirdo. Anyways, just kidding. Well, anyways, Okay, so did I mention I created Project Plubit with Rock Artificial Intelligence? Yes. Alright, well, that project means a lot to me. That project is going to actually fuel my research needs if I want to continue pursuing this research. Okay, if I want to push it on to not just the vision occlusion study, I want to push it into the hearing study. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Alright, so maybe the hearing study is, oh my gosh, side effect from crack. So the hearing study, that is when you cover one ear for 1 month instead of one eye. So I'll be doing both because I still don't have my eyesight back in one eye. Alright, so I'll be doing bloop and bloop. Okay, so hopefully that will maximize my results, and I should already have it fucking in my ear. But I guess I wasn't smart enough to think so because I didn't want to be double disabled. I mean, nothing's wrong with that. That means I'm going to be double enabled. I'm going to be, my senses are going to be higher than I was for 20 some odd years. Yep. And I believe that. I believe that if this simple hack, okay, I'm not going to say this again, but this simple hack of covering one eye for 1 month without peeking will get you book smart, at least. Alright? So, it will get your mind working in ways you never imagined before, okay? You will actually feel smarter. You will feel happier. You will feel like you have so much to do. Like, there's so much wonder and so many things that you can get to the bottom of. Now that you are out of underneath your rock, you can actually show the world what you are worth, and you can actually, you know, you can make the world a better place. You can enhance the world, and that's exactly what I want to do. If I'm enhanced, why shouldn't the world be able to be as enhanced as me? Because maybe the world doesn't know about this small hack. Alright? I, myself, cannot promise any results from it, okay? But I do believe that just this simple physical hack will change your life. You will see more clearer than you ever have despite being down an eye. Alright? Now, it's going to be a little tricky because you're going to trick your mind into believing that you cannot see. That is the key there, because you have to manipulate out some sensory cognitive enhancements. Alright? And I believe that will work. Just that simple hack will work. Because you lose a sense, okay? And when you lose a sense, you're going to be working harder to get it. Automatically, right? If you get cut, does your immune system not run to that area to save it? Okay, that's another theory, another way to look at it too. I mean, that could be an excuse for my corneal ulcer. Maybe that has something to do with my immune system running to my fucking eyeball, and my eyeball's right next to my brain. So I mean, it just fucking flared up my fucking mind, you know. That's a possibility. On top of my new celibacy. Yes, I know. No more. It's just not as fun anymore. I don't really think about it at all. You know, nothing. But, nothing. I mean, nothing at all. I still get my morning wood, though. I still get my morning wood, even though it's like a little tiny chub, whatever. But, I mean, it's still there, you know. It's still trying to, you know. It's retarded, but I still get morning wood. Okay, I don't know if that ever left me or what, but it's still a thing, and I still have to look around whenever I wake up in the morning. Yes. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. All right, so there's that, and so honestly, people, pay attention because I might die soon. All right, and when I die, this is all you're gonna have of me. You're not going to be able to talk to me. You're not going to be able to get what I really think. You're not going to be able to talk to me again. You're going to be able to only watch this video. Or read my journal. By the way, I gifted journals. They're from the Dollar Tree, okay? Shh. And I want my money back. I'm just kidding. No, so in these journals, these are the hard copies of your mind. The hard copies. These are our future deep sea scrolls. Alright? These lovely things in your own mind is going to be your loved one's prized possession. Because who you leave behind in this life is going to miss the shit out of you. You know that? They are going to miss the shit out of you. So, you write in your journal, you write in it every day, you don't leave nothing out, because that's all they have. That's all that they'll have, and they'll cherish it, okay, more than you did. And that's a beautiful gift to leave behind. Alright, so, with that being said, is my tear duct working? Because the waterworks are on a little bit. I could feel them, but I'm not sure if it's actually coming out. Are they? Can you tell I'm getting a little emotional? Alright, I was able to hide that before with makeup and stuff, but I don't even wear makeup anymore. I mean, often. I mean, I could use some. I'm not wearing any right now, and I'm absolutely glowing. Look at me. I'm beautiful. I'm sumo beautiful. That's big and beautiful, you know? But, yes. You write your songs down, or psalms, whatever you weirdos want to call it these days. I'm like, God, really? Psalm? Is that Ebonics, God? Well, whatever. Look at it. And, I had a freaking, you know what I had to do to the Bible? I actually had to Urban Dictionary some Bible stuff, okay? I don't know about you, but they were using way too much Ebonics back then. Thou hast not understood that. Okay, anyways, I'm like, God, this is not Shakespeare. This is English. Let's give you a lesson up there, yeah, shall we? And then you just, you know, give us a remake. But anyways, no offense, God, okay? So if you flip through this, you're going to find my lucky dollar. Alright, if you flip this, you're going to find my lucky dollar. There's even actually a lucky song on there. It's called The Lucky Dollar. How imaginative, right? I'm so fucking... See the brain? I'm telling you. Genius. Einstein-like. And or Megamind, whichever. They're both geniuses, right? I mean, I'm not going to hate him because he's evil. God never told us to hate evil. He just told us to try not to be evil. So anyways. My lucky dollar. This means I will never be broke. If I don't spend this dollar, I will never be broke. Okay? And that's a beautiful gift to give somebody, right? Alright, so if you happen to find my lucky dollar while you're flipping through my journal, guess what that means? That means you inherited my lucky dollar. Yes, you're the prize winner of my lucky dollar. Nothing like the feeling of that fucking woo! Jackpot, right? So, that's a jackpot. It's a lucky dollar. And you shall love it too. Because then you will never be broke. So then I have gifted you with infinity wealth. I have gifted you with wealth for infinity. Alright? If you find my lucky dollar while flipping through my journal, guess what? That means it's passed on to you. That's my version of the spirit stick, alright? So, it means you'll never be broke. You always have at least $1. And it was not just any dollar. It's a gifted dollar, a lucky dollar, a beautiful dollar, one that you shall put in your book too, and leave it for somebody else to find, so that they will always have at least $1. Alright, so that's a beautiful thing too, right? Joke or not. I mean, whoever finds this dollar in the future, congratulations. You'll never be broke now. Alright. So, big plans. Again. Okay, so I have a lot of things going on right now. Even though I'm not working, I know it seems like, what? You don't even fucking do nothing, right? But no, it seems weird, but actually I'm working all day long on my own goals. I'm blessed enough not to have to work per se right now, but I am working, alright? I'm working for me. I'm starting everything, alright? From Project Clubit to Fermi to Snaphill. Ooh, Snaphill. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that right now, alright? Snaphill. It is going to grant you 100 looks for 1 stiletto. Alright? Bet on that. Fermi is going to transform your dog into a wild African dog. Excuse me. Woo! And it's going to have bounce guard technology. You know what bounce guard technology is? That means when you're walking your dog, a flea happens to jump on him, it's going to bounce right off. You know why? Because I'm going to get it made out of a shower curtain. And that is a thought that will bounce off fleas, alright? So that's a thought. Nobody has to know that. It's like a secret ingredient, whatever. But these dog outfits are going to be bounce guard technology. And that, my dear, is bounce guard technology. Now, and that is also going to allow me to get them printed in high definition. Okay? Woo woo. Can I get a woo woo? Come on. Anybody? No? Crickets? No? Asshole? Potato? Alright, well. So, Fermi is pet outfits. Alright? And then I have my short, red bottom, short tie collection. Congratulations, Steve Harvey, on your collection. I looked at your website. I've seen that you do ties too. I'm impressed. I like you. Always have. Always will. And now you got some competition, buddy. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, hopefully we can collab one day. I mean, it would be great. I mean, Steve Harvey. I mean, whew, to work with Steve Harvey, that'd be so cool, right? Plus, he's always so fancy. I don't even know if I could be that bougie. But I mean, I could try to be. The other day I walked out and I said, okay, look, I'm gonna walk out bougily. And so I walked out bougily, right? Even though I was ghetto, whatever. I don't know what made me feel bougie. But something that day made me feel like I had to say, now I'm going to go walk outside bougily. Like, how am I even close to bougie? Well, anyways. So, I have that. Let me show you this, okay? It's right here. It's underneath my red carpet for Kakamoko. Kakamoko's red carpet right here. Okay, imagine. You gotta look really, 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 really closely. Look really, really, really closely. Keep looking. Keep looking. You see him? He's right there, I swear. Anyways, so Kakamoko on his red carpet. That's a whole other aspect of my life that I'm doing too. I'm making a story franchise, ginormous fucking franchise of a story about a little fairy named Kakamoko, who my friend Ezekiel, about yay high. I always do that joke because he's not even that short, but he's like, well, he's short, but he's not that short, but he's my friend. He's my brown friend. And he inspired me to write the story a little bit. Alright, just a little bit. It's not about him. It's not him. But he inspired me to write it somehow, some way. And you know what? Congratulations, Ezekiel. You inspired somebody. I'm very happy for your little brown ass, okay? Anyways, I love you, friend. You're my friend, and I love you. Okay, so Kakamoko is a story about a little fairy, imp, or it's fairy or imp, or whatever. Okay, but he doesn't have wings, alright? So Kakamoko, he actually lost his wings in death, okay? So yes, Kakamoko, he discovered the fountain of youth, alright? But shh, don't give the story away. He discovered the fountain of youth and he died in it. Okay, well actually he got murdered in it, alright? And then little Ponce de Leon comes along and into his mouth, and he comes back to life. His breath must have brought him back to life. I know, right? Like Papa Gum or something first. Anyways, well, he brings him back to life, and that grants him immortality, okay? But he has to keep this immortality secret. Just like he has to keep the fact that he's a fairy secret, because people are not ready to hear magic. They're not ready to see magic because they still see fire as magic. Alright? Back then in the 1500s, they were still barely discovering America. I mean, do they know what a lighter is? I don't think so. But they think fire is possibly magic. Alright? Now, I know, right? We were dumber people back then. I understand. Whatever. But yeah, look at us now. Okay? Look at us now. Look at me now. I'm just kidding. But, yes. Kakamoko was an immortal fairy, and he lived since the 1500s and before that, and now he's telling his stories because he writes them down, and after every single episode or story, there's a moral. Do you remember what morals are? Do you? Do you? Well, morals are the best things in the world. They will teach you right from wrong if you don't know them, alright? Or they will teach you a lesson someone else has learned. Alright? Like maybe the commandments, those could be considered morals. Alright, the 10 commandments, they could be 10 different morals. Thou shalt not steal. Well, why not? Because it's wrong, bitch. Alright? If you ask somebody, they'll just give it to you. Why are you going to steal? You know, that's what I don't understand about people that steal. I mean, I've stolen before too, yes. I know, I'm not judging you, okay? You little fucking 5-fingered motherfuckers. I'm not judging you. But stealing is wrong. It's actually a commandment, okay? And one day you will realize that it's not worth it. It's not worth making yourself a thief. You don't want to be known as a thief, okay? No, everyone's watching you. No one ever everyone calls you a Nona. It's not cool, alright? It's not cool to be known as a thief, alright? So that's why I want the best for you and everyone, and I want you not to steal, okay? Stealing is wrong, alright? You ask your neighbor if you could have something first before you go and take it. I'm sure they will give it to you out of respect that you are not taking it from them. I mean, some people don't think about that, but yeah. I mean, I'm asking you food. Like, I mean, since I'm asking you, that took a lot for me to ask you for something. I mean, they're going to probably feel obligated to give it to you. So, there's no need to steal when you could just ask for it and somebody will give it to you. And if they don't give it to you, all they say is no. You say thank you, alright, I'll never ask you that again because that was fucking a lot and I'm not even going to go there again because now I want to cry and blah blah blah. And you know, because whenever it hurts when someone tells you no. I mean, I'm not used to being told no and I just want to fucking kill somebody if somebody tells me no all the time. I don't like hearing no. I'm like, what? What does that even mean? Like, are you serious? And I'll sit there and I'll wait till they say yes. I will sit there until they say yes. I will not take no for an answer. Because it hurts my feelings. And I'm not going to sit there and let you hurt my feelings after I gathered all my fucking balls that I've ever had in the world just to ask you a simple favor. No, and you tell me no? It's not going to work that way. No. No. So some people cannot take no for an answer. Alright, so that is not fun either to experience that when someone does not take no for an answer. I understand that is not a fun thing to do or go through either. And I'm sorry for that, but you shouldn't have told me no. Plain and simple. It was a simple request, whatever I had asked for. Why didn't you just give it to me? Why? 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 I'm just kidding. Well, anyways, this video has went over the time allotted for my enunciation practice. And now I am going to end it off with a song. I'm not going to end it off with a song. Because my songs are in my journal. So whenever I die and you're flipping through my journal, you watch out for that dollar. Woo! Jackpot! And the end.